Okay, so the large chunk of text is just the textbook definition, which I'm not going to read out. I'm just going to describe it just up there for helping. So an interrupt is when, like most commonly, it's from hardware or peripheral, like a keyboard or a mouse, where it sends the request for an interrupt, which stops the currently running program. So it can process the request from the peripheral and then reassess what program it's running. So like if you're trying to run something on Word, you click the X button, it'll interrupt what's happening in Word to process what you wanted it to do. And then since you wanted it to close Word, it'll stop running Word. So up in the top left, if the interrupt has nothing to do with the currently running program, it'll stop the program, run the interrupt, and then return back to the program afterwards, which is like it comes in handy because if you make a mistake and start something that you didn't want to start, like a program that'll crash your computer if it's too large. And the screenshot is actually of my own Task Manager, and it's how much processing power the interrupts are taking, like currently, which is a very, very small amount, like minuscule. So like an overview of like the basics of an interrupt is just it takes a request from the user and processes it in a higher priority than whatever is currently running.
So is it only applicable in this application, or is it can be seen anywhere else?
As in only applicable in...
Well, here you have your Windows, yeah, so a Windows application.
Oh, well, within phones, within anything else, within any device with an input, it'll usually have inputs from the user as the highest priority.
Okay.
And I guess it's an advantage because it's better than running a program first, because even within games, like if you're running Warzone and it's trying to process everything that's happening and you try and move, but it has to process everything else before it processes the fact that you move, it would have a much slower user reaction time. So it's kind of like stuff like that. But a disadvantage is for people who aren't too educated on computers, who when something isn't working properly will spam click the button. It'll probably significantly slow down the currently running program because it'll just cut it off every single time they click. So yeah, that's kind of advantage and
any disadvantages?
Yeah, it was just cutting off whatever program you're running with a spam click.
Could you define it again?
It's a management technique where a program is cut off because of a higher priority program being run.
Okay, good. Okay.